Wairarapa's cricketing community is mourning the loss of one of its most active volunteers following yesterday's mid-air plane crash near Masterton. Craig McBridge died when the plane he was piloting collided with another light aircraft on final approach to Hood Aerodrome. The pilot of the other plane also died at the scene. Today, investigators were on site to assess the wreckage of both aircraft. Our reporter, Jonathan Mitchell, was there.
We're standing at the crash site where yesterday 2 light planes crashed in mid-air and landed behind me here. It was a day similar to this. It was fine, there was little wind. The community is still in shock. The Mayor, Lynn Patterson, says she's been fielding many calls all day.
I'm fielding a lot of calls from members of our community, receiving a lot of emails and Facebook messages that people particularly from the community, but also that lived here and have moved away, just saying, hey, we feel for our community back in Masterton. So it's a tough time for everyone. I offer my condolences to the family and friends of the 2 victims of the tragedy yesterday, and I know this community, and this community will get behind and support those families. I think as mayors, this is our role, is to show and speak on behalf of our community, and we all feel it. We all have family as well, and so we all feel that there is the huge human dimension to it as well. So it's a tragic day.
Because it was a day like this, wasn't it? The sun was shining.
Yes. Beautiful day down at Hood Aerodrome. It's a wonderful, wonderful sight, and it's just hard to believe standing down there yesterday that such a tragedy had occurred just an hour or 2 beforehand.
Were you there? Did you go down there?
I did go. I went down and spent a good part of the afternoon down there with and to show my support to the people at the aerodrome that were directly affected.
Must have been hard.
Yes, it was, but I think we needed to be there to show our support in whichever way we could do.
Jonathan, what's been going on there today?
Hi Lisa, well as you can see I'm at a police cordon just a few metres away from the wreckage. It was on a day, as I mentioned earlier, like this where the 2 planes crashed mid-air. The police late this afternoon lifted most of the cordon on Hughes Line, and so now we've got the tape back here. The 2 wreckages are behind me, as we saw earlier. They're just metres apart, and police, Civil Aviation Authority and Transport Accident Investigation Commission staff are on site. They've started their investigation. We understand family members have also been down at the scene today. As you heard from the Mayor, it's a really rough time for the community. A few weeks ago, we had the missing tramper. He was found last week. It's just another blow for the community here.
As you say, the investigation has started, but have the bodies of the pilots been removed from the wrecks? Do we know that?
We understand 1 body has been removed. That was yesterday. So we're more than 24 hours on. The wreckages are still behind me, and we understand that there is still another body inside one of the light planes. As I mentioned, it's still unknown when the wreckages will be taken away. The investigations have only really got underway, and that may take some time. So the wreckages may be here for a while, and because of the difficulty and the terrain, the other body, it's not known when that person will be taken out officially.
So it's a popular little airstrip there. What is the situation at the moment? Can planes still use it?
We understand the airspace is open, but the Civil Aviation Authority has said that it's up to the individual plane companies. It's up to their discretion whether they want to fly or not. But since we've been here all day, we haven't seen any planes in the airfield or up in the air. So at this point, no planes are flying, but the airfield is open.
And what happens next, do you know?
Well, the investigations are just in the early stages. It could be weeks, months before we hear anything from the Civil Aviation Authority or the Transport Accident Investigation Commission. The police today were meant to be handing the official investigation over to the CAA. That's meant to be formally happening at some point today. But as you can see behind me, a lot of activity, a lot of people here, a lot of investigators in the early stages.
And Jonathan Mitchell there, speaking from near the scene of yesterday's plane crash near Masterton.